A wonderful morning and happy evening for all of you. So, today is another important day for all of us because we are going to speak a very important topic, and this topic is the one which decides how our lifestyle should be, right? So, habit is one of the most influencing factor in everybody's life, knowing or unknowingly. So, and formalizing this habit is a very important part or aspect of everybody's life, and today's session is about that. So before we jump on to the topic, I will first like to thank our founder, our Guruji, Kampa Rao sir, for creating such a wonderful platform where we all are trying to impart and gain knowledge and share the knowledge we have gained with whoever is in need. And I would like to thank our regional director, Sham Rathod sir, because without him, the Spurti wing would have not been here to conduct an EPS session in Canada. And I would like to thank Satish Kumar Tumu sir, who is the in charge of Spurti team and one of the pillars of Spurti team. I would also like to personally thank Lakshman sir, who is helping us to conduct these EPS sessions from India and also helping us to conduct the sessions here in Canada successfully. I would also like to thank all the trainers and all the mentors who are directly or indirectly helping us to conduct this session and guide the participants here. Of course, I should by my heartful thanks to all the participants, because without you being here, we would have not got a platform to impart the knowledge. So let us jump on to the session. So today's session is about habit formation, and I would like to introduce our Dr.Rvr Venkateshwar Rao Garu. So he is the Executive Director of Impact International, and he is a founder of Healthy Yoga Research Center. And yoga is one of the important part and important aspect which everybody feels after this COVID. And sir is doing a big research in that area, and he is a founder of Impact Business Network Vizag chapter. He is a health and life skill trainer, and also he is a health and life insurance training partner. So he has been a president for JCI Vizag Warriors in 2023, and he is a life member meet for MMN Meet the Millions Network, and he is also a member of PPRSI, which is Public Relations Society of India. He is a qualified yoga trainer and a certified yoga therapist. Sir's designations are not limited. It is like too big to see. So to just say in a short term, he is a certified life skill coach. He is a certified memory trainer. He's a high frequency therapist, he's a healing frequency therapist. He's a student's counselor and an academician and a dynamic researcher. Sir has published almost 21 papers in various international journals. He has delivered more than 996 motivational speeches, which includes both online and offline. To highlight here, sir has not delivered these speeches only in India. He has delivered his speeches across the world, which includes many countries. So he has delivered several talks in various TV channels, and his impact journey started with creator of Sir M. Vishwesharaya Group and City of Destiny Group. Sir has mentored several EPS batches, which includes almost 69 EPS batches and 9 Young Mind batches and 29 TTWS batches. And Sir's Sir is a senior physical professor, and he has experience of 20 years of training, teaching, and research experience. So, Sir is a professor in physics, and he is a transformational yoga therapist and a life skills coach. So, he has almost published 12 patents and 2 textbooks. Sir, we are very happy to have you here to deliver this speech on habit formation. The virtual dais is yours, sir. Please go ahead.
Thank you,
Yes,
madam.
sir.
Thank you for your wonderful and nice introduction. Thank you so much.
Welcome, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, warm welcome to all the participants and a happy evening, the participants from the Canada, and happy morning from the India. Thank you all for your wonderful involving participation and active participation. Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank you, our Impact Foundation and Impact International. I would like to thank you, the Spurti team, for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you all. Yeah, today I would like to interact with you. I'm not going to train you, just interact with you. We are all having exchanging of ideas and exchanging of things will going on for the next coming 45 minutes. Are you ready? If you are ready, just show your right hand thumb up. Thank you. Thank you, Sagar sir. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you, Einstein. Yeah, I'm requesting the remaining participants also, please switch on your videos. Then it will be helpful for us because training is always training. Thank you, Meena madam. Thank you. Yeah, generally, if anyone wants to change his lifestyle or wants to have a extraordinary habits, because habit is the very important internal property which can lead us to the great and wonderful success. Many of the successful person in the world proved that habits are very much useful ladder for the success journey. So from my side, there is a small request. Already our mentors also announced to you. How many of you ready with the book and pen now? If you are ready, thank you, Saker sir. Thank you. Yeah, Einstein, thank you. Thank you so much. Then I'm having a little bit request. Please do small favor for me. Just open the any one of the page and write the habits that you want to leave. Habits in the sense you feel that those are bad habits. So my request is which bad habit you want to leave. Write it on the page. Don't write the generalized bad habits, write it your personal bad habits. For example, generalized bad habits in the sense smoking, drinking, like that. But personalized bad habits in the sense, for me, laziness is the one of the personalized bad habit. For me, overconfidence is one of the personalized bad habit. So I would like to leave this bad habit from today onwards. Just write it. Number one, laziness. Number two, screen time or mobile addiction, like that you can write it. Any two. Dhruti, got my point? Yeah, please write it. Thank you. Write it on a paper. So these are the habits I am going to leave it from today onwards. Write it on a paper. If you complete it, just write it in the chat box. Done. If you completed, write the message done in the chat box. Yeah, Dhruti, done. Thank you. Wonderful. Yeah, Saker sir, done. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Very good. Yeah, what about remaining? Bhargavi madam, thank you so much. Madhu, done. Thank you all. Thank you for your wonderful participation. Yeah, now we are having, so these are the habits we are going to leave it. Am I right? So now just do small activity. Tear that paper from your book. Tear it from your book. Tear it. Like this. Tear that entire paper. With the emotion, with the sound. Yes. Because if you want to get rid of these bad habits, first tear it from our subconscious mind. This is the one of the way you can simply eradicate those habits from our mind and throw it back. After completion of this training period, you can write the things and burn it in the fire. That will also very much helpful. These are the psychological activities helpful to change our habits. Did all of you got my point? Yeah, thank you, thank you. Right. Now, so already you identified what are the bad habits and you want to leave those habits. Thank you, thank you. Procrastination and screen time, you want to leave those things. Thank you, Sagar sir. Thank you. Now, can anyone tell me what do you mean by habit? Or you can write it on the chat box. Yeah, Sagar sir, you want to say something?
No.
Okay. Yeah, habits are very much useful steps for our success journey in any field. Yeah, thank you, Dhruti. Reputational actions, very good. Thank you so much. Wonderful, fantastic participation. Yeah, you are supposed to be right. Now, sir, can I have the provision to share my screen? Yeah, thank you. I will. Sir, please enable that screen sharing option for me.
Yes, sir. Proceed.
Yeah, thank you. Still, it is showing that screen sharing is disabled. Can I raise my hand so that you can easily give me the co-host? Yeah, now it is okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Now we are going to start the habit formation. Now we are at the habit. What Dhruti said is supposed to be right. You are right, Dhruti. Habit is nothing but a routine behavior that is repeated regularly and tends to occur in our subconscious mind. Also, it is one of the kind of experimentation. In order to understand this concept very easily, let us look at a small example. For example, every day you are used to go on your road to your office or school or college, whatever it may be. So then what happens with the help of your vehicle? Knowingly, unknowingly, without your consciousness, the road is having n number of turns. For example, 3 turns. You are automatically drive according to the turnings without your consciousness also. But if you change the road, use it to go daily to your office or college or school, then you must be conscious while driving your vehicle. That means the previous example is the routine habit because you are regularly doing that journey in the same road, same map. So that is a habituated to you. But if you look at the second example, if you change the way you are going to your office, then you must be cautious. Where there are some speed breakers are there, where there must be some turnings will be there, you must be caring while driving that on that new road. In the similar manner, habits also same thing. If you are regularly doing, then that will create some impression in your subconscious mind. So subconscious mind, if anything is recorded in your subconscious mind, then no need of worry. You can easily do it. That's why they are your habits. For example, you are having the book reading every day for a time of 10 to 15 minutes. Then automatically, without reading that book, your day will not close. Now coming to the habit, there are two types of habits, as we already discussed it. One is good habit, another one is bad habit. Yeah, now look at the type of habits. What is good habit? What is bad habit? If you look at the good habit, very simple example, the habit which gives benefit for us, that is a good habit. Very simple example. For example, practicing of yoga regularly, reading books regularly, wake up early in the morning. These are all the a kind of examples for the good habit. In the same manner, bad habit. Bad habit means the habit which gives damage to our health or damage to our lifestyle. Then that will be a bad habit. Simply we can say that. Generalized bad habits, we are all aware of those things. Smoking, drug, gambling. These are all the generalized bad habits. In order to understand this good and bad habit concept very easily, let us look at the one more example. Yeah, Dhruti wants to gain the weight, and let us say Srinivas wants to reduce his weight. Both are approaching a yoga therapist or dietitian or nutrition like me. Then I advised a diet plan. Unfortunately, the diet plan was exchanged. Then what happens? The diet plan which I was given to Srinivas for his weight reduction, and the diet plan which I was given to Dhruti for the weight gain, both are exchanged. Then what happens? The diet plan is very good, but it is unfortunately assigned to wrong person. So if both are followed the diet plan, that will be bad habits to both the people, Dhruti as well as Srinivas. Am I right? In the same manner, second example, I given the two diet plans, which is correctly assigned to Srinivas and Dhruti. Then Srinivas implemented the same diet plan for a period of 90 days. He successfully reduced his weight. In the same manner, Dhruti also implemented the same diet given to her for a period of 90 days. She succeeded in acquiring her right and correct weight. Third example is both Srinivas and Dhruti are given the same diet plan. The diet plan is very much useful for the Srinivas, but that was given not useful for the Dhruti, because Dhruti wants to gain her weight, Srinivas wants to reduce his weight. So then what happens? The same diet plan is very good, but it was bad habit for she implemented the same diet, that was bad habit for Dhruti and good habit for the Srinivas. I hope did all of you catch my point. So bad habits and good habits both are same, but the right person and the right thing is very important. Now we will look at the next part of our training. One more important thing is, in this particular habit formation, psychology makes a very good success in this habit formation. According to psychology, we are having a beautiful test. Did all of able to visualize view my screen? Did all? Yeah, then tell me what is the image, or if you look at that image, what is the thoughts in your mind? You can tell me directly, or you can chat it in the box also, chat box. If you look at that image, what are the thoughts in your mind? Please tell me or text me. Any guess? Any wide guess? What is the image of the, or what is the picture? Can anyone? Yeah, nice. Then we will go for the, many of us thought that it is an iceberg. Am I right? Yeah, of course it is an iceberg, no doubt at all. But if you observe carefully, the top region of this picture represents our conscious mind, and the bottom region of this pic represents our subconscious mind. So while making the habits, the subconscious mind plays vital role. Yes, Dhruti, there is more than surface, exactly. So in the same manner, while developing our habits, the subconscious mind plays a vital role. If you observe carefully, the top region of the pic represents the conscious mind, the bottom region of the pic represents the subconscious mind. Like our trees. If you observe the trees lifestyle also, it will be like that only. Roots are very powerful while growing a tree. In the same manner, the subconscious mind is very powerful while developing our habits, which involves our beliefs, our emotions, our habits, values, long-term memory, our imagination, our thinking ability. These are all involved in the subconscious mind while developing the habits. Now coming to the, there is a important cycle for developing a habit. That cycle is nothing but habit formation cycle. According to psychology, this cycle plays very important role. It involves a trigger point or a cue point that must be routinely performed. While performing routine basis, then you will get reward. This is the beautiful psychology cycle, very much helpful in developing good habits for the successful life. In order to understand this, let us consider a small example. For example, yeah, I will take this time Madhu. Can I use your name? Madhu. Yeah, thank you. Right. Madhu wants to wake up early in the morning every day because she wants to change her lifestyle. For that purpose, she kept alarm in her mobile early morning 5:30. Then what happens? Every day that alarm will trigger. That is a trigger point. I am giving example for this habit formation cycle. As a result, what happens? Every day Madhu wake up early at 5:30 a.m. As a result, she has 2 hours of prime time. That time may be utilized for the development of her lifestyle. It may be useful for the reading of books. or it may be useful to develop a new skill. It may be useful to develop a new art, whatever it may be. Or it may be useful to practice yoga, or it may be useful to practice dance. So this is the best example for the habit formation cycle. So the setting of alarm is a trigger point. The ringing of alarm is the routine. At that time, Madhu wake up and utilize that time, the 2 hours of prime time. The 2 hours of prime time is a reward for her. Got it? Invest in, got it? Yeah, thank you. So this is the example for trigger, routine and reward. So in order to develop any good habit, everyone must set this particular habit formation cycle. Now, trigger or cue point. It is again based on 3 important parameters. The trigger is based on 3 important parameters. What are those? Our place, the location, that is very important role. The time, that is also very important role. It plays while triggering or forming a habit. And our state of mind, that is emotion, that is also very important. If you look at the location based triggering, for example, I am in the city of Destiny, Vizag in India. If I use it to go to Hyderabad, I love to eat the biryani. So then what happens? When I visited that place, my mind triggers just go to restaurant and eat the biryani. That is called location based triggering. Got it? In the same manner, in everyone's lifestyle also, there is certain locations. If you visited that place, then your mind triggers you. Please have this. Please have this cake, or please have this bread, or please have this pizza. Like that. If you visited certain locations or certain restaurants, your mind triggers you. That is called location based triggering. Got it? Now, coming to the time based triggering. Generally, there are so many software employees are there. They use it to enjoy the weekend, right? So whenever they are near to Saturday and Sunday, they use it to plan for a pleasure trip. But nowadays, there are certain software guys which are making a different manner. Instead of going for a pleasure trip, they use it to go to the villages and have that organic farming. So these are all time-based triggering. They're having their own lifestyle and own business and own job. But whenever they are having that weekends, they use it to plan in a variety of manner. This is called time-based triggering. And the third one is emotion-based triggering, which is also very important. For example, when you are having any angry against your family members or your colleagues or classmates or your office mates, whatever it may be, then if you can able to manage that anger, that is very good. If you are unable to manage that anger, that gives again bad results for us. So anger management is also very important. How to manage this anger in our personal lifestyle? Because there is a simple technique in order to manage this anger. How many of you are ready to accept that technique if I give now? Please text me. Yeah, Bhargavi madam, thank you. Madhu, thank you. Yeah, Meena madam, thank you. Yeah, right, thank you. So generally anger in the sense it will be like a cancer only, because you know pretty well the characteristics of cancer. Generally, if anyone having that cancer, unknowingly many of our body organs will malfunctioning. They doesn't work properly. As a result, we are unable to perform our 100% efficiency. Right? In the same manner, if you are in the anger mood, you are unable to take the right decisions. And there is a beautiful saying called, if you have that fire burning ball, let us say in your hand, you want to throw it on Bhargavi madam, let us say, because you are having anger on her. Yeah, I am having that anger on Bhargavi madam. I would like to throw this fireball on Bhargavi madam. Then tell me, who is most affected, me or Bhargavi madam? Because I already having that fireball in my hand, I would like to throw it on Bhargavi madam. Who is most affected? Me or Bhargavi madam? Please text me in the chat box, or you can directly tell me. Because that fireball is already in my hand. If I throw it properly, it reaches to Bhargavi madam correctly, then it may cause damage to her. Right? Before that, it is already in my hand. It will make most damage to me than Bhargavi madam. Anger is also like that only. If you are having anger on anyone, that may cause majority damage to us only than the other people. So you need to manage the anger properly. Otherwise, that is most dangerous habit for us. So I am going to give you 3 important techniques to manage the anger. I already implemented in the last year. Here, the challenge is no anger challenge, NAC 100 days. Just NAC 100. You can type it in the chat box. Anyone wants to accept this challenge, just type it in the chat box. NAC 100. NAC in the sense no anger challenge. 100 in the sense 100 days. So you need to implement this challenge for a period of 100 days. Yeah, Saker sir, thank you. If you want to implement this challenge for a period of 100 days, then type it in the chat box. Bhargavi madam, thank you. Taking this challenge is very easy. Einstein, thank you. But implementing this challenge is very not so difficult, but little bit difficult. Because the rule is rule for all. Here the rule is, Meena madam, thank you. Here the rule is, in this period of time, while you are implementing the no anger challenge for a period of 100 days, you got catch up with the anger on 95th day. Then you have to repeat it from the 0. That is the challenge. Then only you can able to transform this, or you can able to manage this anger. Otherwise, it won't. In the last year, I implemented it. I learned in a JCI training. I implemented it. But unfortunately, on 92nd day, I was failed to implement that challenge. Why only 100 days? Yeah, I will tell you, madam. Wait. Because during the next part of our training, you will know why it was only 100 days instead of 10 days. Yeah, on the 92nd day, I unable to manage that anger. As a result, again, I started from the zero. Then only we can able to manage the anger. This is the first challenge. Please, I am appreciate all of you because many of you are accepted this challenge. Thank you for your wonderful involvement. Now the second one is, in order to manage this anger, if you have the anger, then what happens in our mind? When you got this anger, the adrenaline enzyme will be released. So you have to release it from your body. Then you need to implement 10 reverse count. If you have anger, just reverse count 10 numbers. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And then try to chat with the other people to whom you are feeling anger. Then the state of mind, the way of delivery of dialogue, the voice modulation and everything, the body language, everything will be during this period of 10 seconds, everything will be changed because the adrenaline which was produced in your mind already get rid from your body. Now you can able to manage the things, you can able to chat the people correctly after 10 count. Otherwise, with that anger, if you want to talk anything or if you want to speak anything, then the way you are communicating will be changed. It will reflect negative manner to other people. The way you are delivering the dialogue will also not good. That may hurt the other people to whom you are chatting. So this is the one of the technique you can easily implement while you are having the anger on the other people. The second one is, you can have a long and deep breathe in and breathe out for at least 3 seconds. Then that will very much useful for managing your anger. Very simple technique. Long breathe in and breathe out. Yeah, now we are just having that trail run. Breathe in, breathe out. Yeah, all of you having this. Keep your spine erect, head erect. Close your eyes. Close your mouth also. Have a long and deep breathing in. Hold it for 3 seconds. Breathe out completely. One more round. Have a long and deep breathing in. Just concentrate on your breathe in and breathe out pattern only. Hold it for 3 seconds. Breathe out completely. Last round. Have a long and deep breathing in with both the nostril. Hold it for 3 seconds. Breathe out completely. Just relax. Rub your hands. Keep it on our eyes. Feel that warmthness of your palms. Slowly release it. This is a beautiful technique when you have anger, or if you feel your mood is not good, then just use this technique. It will immediately change your mood. It will immediately change your thoughts. This is one of the beautiful pranayama. In our yogic terminology, it is called simple and useful pranayama. We can say that Saraswati pranayama also. It will change our concentration levels. It will change our thoughts. It will have control of our thoughts. Because yoga chitta vritti nirodha. In Sanskrit text, we are having yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Chittamu in the sense mind. Vurtamu in the sense mind is generally having rotations, circulations, speculations. We are unable to control our mind. But if you keep on practicing this simple breathing technique, then we will have control on our mind. We will have control on our thoughts. We will have control on our dialogue. We will have control on our text. Very much useful. This is the second technique, very much useful to manage our anger. Right? And the next one is the first one is reverse count. The second one is breathing technique. And the third one is laughing yoga. What was this laughing yoga? Just we will do it. If you have any anger, just laugh loudly. Then it is, yeah, what Shankar sir is doing exactly correct. Ha 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 ha. Like that. Or you can do it like this. Any way you have to laugh it. Laugh loudly, then your adrenaline completely get rid from your body. Then your mind will again set right. This is how these three are the techniques useful. You can implement anything. Which one is interesting for you? Which one is immediately helpful for you? You can implement it. Nothing to worry. No need to implement three things. That is also good. But at least any one very much useful to manage our anger. Right? So this is how the third parameter while triggering, that is emotion. Like that, you can change your mood. You can change your emotion. By doing routinely these activities with their consciousness, then you can able to change your habit. As a reward, we are having the forming of good habit. So this is the trigger or cue point, routine and reward. Trigger, we are having three important things. You can take screenshot also. Location based triggering, time based triggering, and emotion based triggering. For this third one only, I given that example, anger management. As a result, doing these set of actions regularly, we are having consciousness to unconsciousness. That is, subconsciously we can able to do it. As a result, we are having the reward called good habits. Now, coming to, in order to change our habit or remove our habit, existing one, then we can follow these steps. What are those steps? Identify and define what are the habit you need to change. As we already identified in the starting of our training itself. These are the habits I am going to leave it. Already we listed out and we tear that paper also with a big emotion. Right? This is how our subconscious mind recorded it. Yeah, these are the habits, he is going to change it. And then while implementing this, as I discussed in the no anger challenge example, we need to be patient. We need to be having a lot of kindness. Then only we can able to implement it. And if you want, you can take someone help to reward and punishment. For this, I can give a best example. Our training itself is a best example. Because our Lakshman sir, Bhargavi madam, and Satish sir, many of you mentoring right? For example, Saker sir given a feedback on today's training. I am interested in implementing these things. It is very much useful for me. And Einstein given a feedback video. Yeah, these are the things most attracted me. These are the things useful in my life. I would like to implement it. Then, if you post that video in our group, then our Bhargavi madam will advise you. Saker sir, your video is fantastic, but little bit voice modulation will be useful for us. Or Einstein, your video is very much excellent, but do it with a smile. That will be very much useful. That means they are giving reward for you. At the same time, giving small changes, that is sweet punishment. Like that, we must have someone to mentor for our actions, someone to mentor for our guiding. Then it will be useful while developing our habits. These are all useful for us. And the next important point is change the environment. This is very important thing. When your mood was not correct, you are not at all interested to do anything, then change the environment. The changing of environment is very much helpful, creating or set back to our mood properly. Yeah, I will give you an example. Dr. Vasu and Dr. Vani are famous medical doctors who are living in the Hyderabad. Right? They make a pleasure trip. They plan to go to Vizag on their own vehicle only. Yeah, Dr. Vasu is driving the vehicle. They are enjoying the trip. After traveling certain distance, almost after crossing that Vijayawada, for the sake of understanding, I took this example. Okay. That day is fully rainy, cats and dogs. Continuous rainfall, no gap. After having that 2 hours of journey, almost they are near to Rajahmundry. There is a agency area, Chitturu, not Chitturu, Chinturu. That Chinturu agency area, no, there is a lot of rainfall, big rainfall. No, they hardly found a small village or small hut. Vasu and Vani both are having lot of hungry. They are searching for anything or any small village or any small hut. If they found anything, they will stay, stop there and go to that village or hut in order to get rid of from that hungriness. Yeah, after crossing a 19 kilometers from that point, they got one small, a typical hut. It seems to be like a Kirana Buddy, but it is not Kirana Buddy. It is not Kirana shop. It is a small hut. They stopped there and went to that small hut, knocked the door, and they got reply. Yeah, bro, I am coming. A female voice. Soon after that, Dr. Vasu thought that it is a small Kirana shop and he ordered 3 chips packet, 3 chai, like that. Immediately that female given that 3 chips packet and wait for 10 minutes of time, I will bring that chai or tea. Yeah, Dr. Vasu and Vani both are much of hungry. They ate that chips and waiting for that chai. The time is already 20 minutes completed. No choice. 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 35. So Dr. Vasu is having lot of hungry. He is unable to manage his emotion. As we are having saying in Telugu also. ఆకలితో ఉన్నవాడు వివేకాన్ని కోల్పోతాడు. In the same manner, he is unable to control his thoughts. Okay, after a period of 50 minutes, that lady used to have this small teapot, very old pingani cups. She brought that chai. But these two people are medical doctors. Their character is like they are care of address for cleanliness. But the cups are not cleanly. They are old, not looking good. While seeing that cup itself, his angriness again increases. Dr. Vas. But Dr. Vani controlled him. This is not our home. We are having much of hungry. Please wait. Like that, she counseled him. Yeah, soon after she is approaching to Dr. Vasu, that chai is having beautiful fragrance. That aroma itself releases his entire change. That aroma itself changes his entire mood. Excellent flavor, excellent aroma from the tea. He having had that tea. Both of them have that tea. It is really excellent. Never taken that much of beautiful and fantastic tasty tea in his life. Dr. Vasu particularly. After having that tea, his mood is completely changed. He felt so happy. Of course, Dr. Vani also. Later, they asked her how much it is. She replied only 30 rupees. Yeah, you delivered 3 chips packets and a chai and everything. Why are you charging only 30 rupees? And she replied that, Anna, brother, it is not, first of all, it is not Kirana shop. It is my home. I treated both of you as a guest to us. That's why I made this tea. Of course, milk is not available in my home also. My husband is suffering from fever from 3 days. He is on the bed. The milk I used to prepare the tea is kept for my child. I prepared it, and in order to get that beautiful taste, I searched for that tulasi, what we call it as basil leaves, and that ginger. That's why it taken much of time. Sorry for that. Like that, she replied. Then, soon after listening to her, Dr. Vasu's mood was completely changed. Yeah, sorry for that. We are all, I and myself and my wife, both are doctors. Where is your husband? Please show me. We will treat them. We will treat him. Like that, he replied. So soon after they enter to that home, that hut itself is the care of address for poorliness, made up of completely. There is only one room, and in India you can visualize that there is a sari cradle. చీరతో ఉయ్యాల కడతారు కదా, శారీ cradle. In that cradle, her child was there, and that small cot, his husband was there. They approached them and tested the fever. It is 108. immediately they must give antibiotics and saline as well as, if required, steroids also. Then only he recovered. Otherwise, it is very much dangerous to him also. They started the treatment with the drugs in Vasu's vehicle. Of course, they are having only little drugs. And then Vasu told to her, Vani, she is also doctor, she will be here only. I will go to Rajahmundry near to this village and bring that additional drugs. And that night, both Vasu and Vani stayed in that house only. Dr. Vasu went to Rajahmundry, bought that necessary drugs. From the drugs, he brought 20 milk packets and 25 chips, 20 more biscuit packets, like that. She offered to her. Again, she made a beautiful chai. Like that, both Vasu and Vani family and this village female family having family bonding. And after that, her husband was completely recovered from that illness. And Vasu given his number. Whenever you are at Hyderabad, please call us, visit to our clinic. Like that, she told Vasu and Vanu, both are told to her. Later, they went to Vizag and back to their hometown, Hyderabad. And immediately reached the clinic, Vasu changed the instruction to the nurse. Generally, Vasu used to take the 1,000 rupees fee for the outpatient consultancy. He decided no need to take any amount, just write the details of the patient who are approaching our clinic, name, blood pressure, height, weight, and send to me, send to my chamber. I will decide whether he is able to give the money or not. Like that, he changed his action plan. So if the patient can able to give the money, then take it. Otherwise, if Vasu feel that he is poor, then he is not taking any single rupee from that poor people. Like that, Vasu and Vanu are famous for their treatment in the entire Hyderabad. Not only in the Hyderabad, their name was famous in the entire Telangana. And then simply spread to Andhra. Total entire South India, they got good name. They are treating free of cost also. So in India, you know the pretty psychology of the people. If anything is free, then there is so much of lines, so much of queues are there. Like that, after a period of 1 month, the entire medical association in the Hyderabad and Telangana filed a case on the Vasu also. You are damaging to our business. Why are you offering free of cost treatment? Like that. Dr. Shivaji, the medical association president, approached the Vasu and asked him, why are you changing this thing? Why are you treating free of cost? Then Vasu replied that I was the number one student in 10th standard. I was the state number one student in the intermediate. I was the gold medal student in the medicine. I was the gold medal student in the PG. But I am zero in that Samaskaram, which is having that village lady. So I would like to be number one in the character also. That's why I changed these things. And he replied like that. Then Dr. Vasu also accepted his request. He also implemented the same. So the change of environment, why I am narrating this story at this incident, because the change of environment makes a lot of things. This is the best incident for the understanding of change of environment. If you have any mood, bad mood, change your environment. That will make a beautiful impact on our life, like Dr. Vasu and Vani's life. Make a small things, small changes. but creates big results. Right? Now, if you want to make a habit or break a habit, then just if you are unable to change that habit, replace it with another one. For example, you are having chai or drinking of tea or coffee 5 times a day, but doctor advised you don't drink much of tea or coffee. It is not good for your health. Then you need to change it. You are decided to change it, but you are unable to implement it. Then just you have to replace that tea or coffee with the warm water or with the lemon tea or with the green tea. Then it will be very much useful. So you want to break a habit or you want to make a habit, just replace it with another one. If you are having the habit called smoking, replace it. Whenever your mind triggers you have a cigarette, then replace it with a chocolate or replace it with a biscuit. Eating of biscuit, eating of chocolate instead of smoking a cigarette. That will be useful. Just implement it for a period of 21 days. Then you can easily implement it. So in order to implement the good habit, these are the parameters useful for you. Daily habit scorecard, habit stacking, 2-minute rule, implementation with intention. That is important. In order to understand this daily habit scorecard, I will give my example. I used to wake up early in the morning, 4:49 a.m. I used to start my yoga class 5:10 to 6:15, and then online yoga class. After that, 6:30 to 7:30, offline yoga class. But in our impact, there is 7 a.m. famous talk called designer talk. Our Lakshman sir is going to deliver that talk. I would like to listen to his talk. So at that time, I would like to take this yoga offline class and listen to his class also. Then I will stack my habit. What is that? I used to implement that energetic aerobatic exercise up to 7 a.m. And at the 7 a.m. I used to give my clients to relaxation savasana. And I started joining in the designer talk. So both the actions are, I am not stopping that yoga class, taking the yoga class. I am taking that yoga class and also listening to the designer talk. This is called habit stacking. That means our existing habits will continue and new habit will stack. This is called habit stacking. And a 2-minute rule. This is very important. As our mentors already advised you, soon after completion of the training, just give 2-minute feedback. That is very much useful to all of you, not only for the trainer. Just give 2-minute rule in the form of video. Today, I attended this session. In this Dr.Rvr session, I am not no one point is useful for me. Just give me. Otherwise, these are the points useful for me. These are the things I would like to implement it. You can give anything. Just 2-minute rule. That is very important. Because this is the scientific way of training. You know the Harvard School of Business, the world topmost school. They use it to do surveys on the entire people of the world, and they summarized one article in the research paper. The summary of that article is, as soon as whenever you listen to a particular training or a class, soon after completion of that class, within 24 hours, if you revise it, then that will be permanently stored in our memory, in our neurons, permanent memory. That will be very much useful to you. That's why we implemented this feedback system. That's why in our training, we implemented this assignment system. Because of that system, after completion of this class or training, you have to give the feedback. Then that will be revised in your mind within 24 hours. That will be stored in your neurons, that will be permanently stored in your brain. So if you have the habit of giving the feedback, very good. If you are not implemented, just implement from today onwards. Giving of feedback is very important, right? Yeah, I'm going to close it within 10 minutes or within 5 minutes. Yeah, walk slowly but never backward. Yeah, already Bhargavi madam asked the doubt. 21/90 rule. This is very important. It takes 21 days to create a habit. It takes 90 days to create a lifestyle. So that's why I have given that challenge, 100 days challenge. Why I am given again 10 more days bonus? Because if you fail to implement in any one of the day, that 10 days is very useful to you. That's why I implemented 21/90 rule, very much useful to implement or to make a habit. 21 days takes to create a habit, 90 days or 100 days to make that habit as our lifestyle. This 21/90 is very much useful. Use it and implement this LLR technique. LLR in the sense listen and observe. Every day you are having one famous trainer. Every day that trainer is used to give with a lot of examples, lot of lifestyle instance, with a lot of stories, lot of activities. Just listen and observe. Every trainer is having his own lifestyle, his own teaching style, his own delivery dialogue, his own voice modulation. So you have to listen, you have to learn from them. Alage, in the same manner, reading books, these are also very much useful. So implement it. Listen and observe from the trainers, from the famous trainers, and from the learn by doing those important things. Also learn from reading books. Also follow the RVR. RVR in the sense, not Ronik Venkateswar Rao. Here R stands for refer. What you need to refer? You need to refer the various resources. We are having ChatGPT, we are having Google, we are having YouTube, we are having so many books. These are all the resources useful for us. Video or voice recorded. This is very much useful. You need to every day, for every learned principle, you need to make a video that will create a lot of impact. And repeat it. Soon after creating that video or making that video, post it in the group. Then what happens? Our mentors will advise you. This is very, very fantastic way. Saker sir, you are doing that, making that video very fantastic way. But why can't you make it with a smile? Like that, they advise you. So now repeat it with that, accepting that positive, constructive advices. This is RVR. Refer the various resources, making video or voice, and then repeat with the positive advices. Now also implement the 7-8-9 rule. 7 hours of sound sleep, 8 hours of dedicated job, and 9 hours of self-care. This is also very much useful for implementing our habits. Yeah, thank you all. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, I am requesting all of you. I also implemented a wonderful rule 22 years ago. Wonderful thing. That is, I learned the yoga in the year 2002. I started practicing it. Meanwhile, for a period of 1.5 years, I am not practiced it. As a result, I am having a lot of weight gain, 86 kgs, and there is a thyroid fluctuation. Again, I started implement it. I lost 23 kgs of weight. I started teaching same thing to so many clients in the offline before COVID and online after COVID. As a result, now I can able to treat several lifestyle disorders like diabetes, thyroid, overweight, spondylitis, back pain, everything, whatnot, everything. So with the implementation and with the experience, I can able to guide the clients properly. As a result, now I am having a record of giving health to thousands of people. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. Thank you so much. Thank you, Impact. Thank you for the wonderful participation, all the Canadians and Indians. Thank you so much. Over to host.
Thank you, RVR sir. Thank you so much. It was a really fantastic session today. I never realized until I saw the clock when sir said 10 minutes time. I never realized that the session got extended for more than half an hour, because the session was so interactive, so interesting, with all real life examples, which made us feel like you are really getting into our hearts, not to our hands, maybe to our subconscious mind, so that it will create a trigger to change our habits. So it was a fantastic session. I hope everybody had the same feeling. I really liked the way you took the session. It was more about the types of habits. It's more about habits. There is nothing called a good habit and a bad habit, but it depends on the perspective of the person. And you talked about two types of minds which influences the habit. And of course you said the more about the habit formation cycle. And there were many acronyms like LLR 989, and then RVR acronyms, which are really helpful to all of us. And of course you gave us very important rule, 2190 rule, which will help us to change any habit into any good habit into a routine. So thank you so much for this wonderful session, sir. It was a great session, and I hope all our participants will get benefited out of this session. And I would like to humbly thank our Gampa sir, all the pillars of this organization who has really helped us in implementing EPS and the train the trainer workshop programs that will help everybody of us to improve their soft skills. So, sir, if we have some time, we will check if anybody has any questions.